We're back, and this episode, my plan is to get some new armor through questing in the Temple of Solusek Ro. But before we do that, I was on my way back from the over there, taking the boat, and I realized, well, if you can't tell, I'm on top of a spire, but I'm not on top of a normal wizard spire. I'm on top of a wizard spire that's in the ocean, sticking out of the ocean. How cool is that? You probably know where I am. I decided to jump off the boat and swim, and I have to say, every time I'm in this zone, I am terrified of running into Fadedar. I have heard that he is exceptionally rare to run into, but that he does hang out around here, this southwest quadrant of the zone, which is where I am, which is where these spires are and where the fire pots are that transport me to cities. I'll talk about that in a second. I'm not talking about the Quest Druid epic, maybe the Ranger epic too, I can't remember. I'm not talking about the one that spawned via that quest. I'm talking about the one that naturally spawns. I would assume he's being killed every time he spawns, but I'm just checking F8 like crazy. I have seen this mob a couple times. So it's blue. I looked it up. It's apparently level 26. Doesn't drop anything. Oh, whoa. Okay. Let's just see. So these spires look like normal spires once you get underwater. They are basically sticking out of the water. I don't know what the lore is behind them. I think it's something to do with the Combine Empire. Ah, there's a fire gator. I could try it, and then there's a corpse of some guy. But I'm a little hesitant to try. I mean, if I die here, there's a lot of consequences to that. And I don't think it's worth it. So I'm just going to let that guy be. I do want to get a shot of him because he looks pretty cool. He looks like a... how would I describe it? He looks like an alligator that's kind of got those weird lizard colors. Ooh, that was scary. That you see like in the rainforest. Hang on, I'm about to run out of breath. I don't have enduring breath. Yeah, so I don't know what his aggro range is, but it just looks like an alligator with some cool colors. I thought that might be Fadedar at first. Okay, so what are these fire pots? Well, let's find out together. Kareem has been dead not very long. Okay, let's just fall through here, and oh my goodness. So you used to be able to bind here, but apparently not anymore. They took that out of the game. I think they gave you like a week or two after Kunark launched to bind here. So I'm guessing that these people that have all these corpses here were bound here, and I'm guessing that their corpses are holding something that they want, like a key in the plane of sky or something like that. Or maybe they were bound here and they just died over and over to Fadedar. I don't know. I mean, can Fadedar come through there? I would assume he can be pulled through there, but he doesn't aggro you through there. And once you fall down here, it's a one-way trip. So we're inside a wizard's spire is what it looks like. And let me just hide these corpses. What is it? Clear corpse. No. Hide corpse all. Okay. Whew, much better. So these pots should look familiar. At least one of them should look familiar to you, because each one represents a starting city. Hey, I just did an episode about starting cities. Well, this one even has a name on it. It says Freeport. I was thinking about going to Freeport. Then I thought, I'm actually kind of not sure what some of these fire pots are. Each one represents a city. This one is my home city of Akanon. That would be the same thing as me gating. This one, I mean, come on. How am I supposed to know what that is? Agok, maybe? I don't know. That's obviously Hallis. That I have no idea. One of these could be Cabalus, and it could be that one for all I know. I mean, there is a key that I could find online, but I'm trying to just do this blind. That one maybe is the dwarf one? Wait, maybe that's Neriak. That looks like a Rudin to me. That looks like Kelethin. That looks very similar to that, so maybe that's Felwith, or maybe that's Felwith. That looks familiar too, but I don't know what it might be. That's obviously Freeport. I was thinking maybe that was Neriak. I'm almost certain this one or this one is Neriak. So I also have Divine Barrier and Divine Aura up. And here's what I want to do. Where I'm ultimately going is the Temple of Solusek Ro. Or Solusek? I can't remember how to say his name. I can't even remember what the letters are in his name. if I go to Neriak, I'm going to die. But I looked it up, and apparently where this puts you in Neriak... I'm thinking that might be the Neriak one. Apparently where it puts you is by the... in Neriak Commons, right by the Priest of Discord. If that's the case, that's right near the Neriak Foreign Quarter Zone. I should be able to hit this if there are any guards there, because I think I'm KOS to the guards there. Hit this, that'll get me to the other zone. I'm going to sow myself as well. Or, well, actually, so that'll definitely get me to Neriak Foreign Quarter. Then I could hit this, and I should be able to run out of Neriak Foreign Quarter into the forest, but then I can't get past those 2 guards that are right in next to this forest. So then what do I do? Well, I could either wait for one of these to pop back up, or what I could try to do is try to get through the commons without aggroing anything, if I'm fast enough, or maybe even take a hit or 2 without dying, and then just use this to get through Foreign Quarter, and then this to get out of Nectarless Forest. It's a risk, but it's not even going to save me that much, because Freeport would totally be the safer option. But what's life without a little risk? Okay, let me look up what all of these are so I can make sure I pick the Neriak one. It's still scaring me that I could get aggroed by Faded R. Okay, I found the guide, and it looks like Neriak is the one to the left of Greater Fadark. So the 2 Fadark ones are right next to each other, Felwith and... Okay, so that's Felwith, that's Kelethin, that's Neriak. That makes sense, because that kind of looks like a Dark Elf. But now I'm curious. Okay, so what's that? That is Erudin. Okay, didn't know that. And then that's Agok. That's obviously Hallis. No, that's not Hallis. That's Grob. I had that wrong. I had that totally wrong. Okay. That is Rivervale? Okay. That's Akanon, obviously. That is South Caladim. That's Cabalus. Okay, I thought that might be Neriak. That's Cabalus. Then we have East Freeport. That is Hallis. Okay. And then we have Felwith and Kelethin. All right. So let's just take the chance and do this. This is finally up. All right. I'm going to sow myself. I wish I had an Invis potion, but I don't. All right. We're doing this together. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know what? I should have totally healed myself first. I'm not even full health. Okay, where am I? Oh, cool. I'm actually right by the zone. Okay, don't even need to worry. Before I zone out, let me just real quick... So obviously the Priest of Discord is going to be indifferent to me, but how about one of these guards? I thought there was a guard that wandered around here. Oh, yep, here he comes. And he's apprehensive. Wow, okay. So maybe it's only some guards that I'm KOS to. Interesting. Maybe I won't need Divine Aura at all. Maybe this will be a whole lot less exciting than I thought it would be. Alright, now we're in Foreign Quarter, and we're getting some creepy music. There's no guards here. Interesting. This music is, like, making me feel like I should be scared. Okay, I'm just gonna run for it. Oh, sometimes there's people here killing guards, too. Maybe that's going on. That guard is apprehensive. That person's apprehensive. One of those is not going to be apprehensive, though. I'm trying to target the other one. I cannot believe that I'm fine. Okay, I'm not even going to bother. I think I've conjured before and she was KOS. Alright. Well, that was a whole lot less exciting than I thought it would be. Maybe one of these Dragoons will be KOS. Oh boy, that's some creepy music. Alright, let's try to get past Sabine here and con that Dragoon. Come on. Come on. Apprehensive? Ooh, what's the Iron Guardian? Also apprehensive. Let me turn that down. That is really bad revamped music. Con this guy. Jalen. Also apprehensive. This is much less exciting than I thought it would be. Okay, well, let's just start here then, because I haven't shown how to get to Lavastorm Mountains, I don't think, on this walkthrough. And I would try to show everywhere the first time I go there. I skip travel if I've already shown it. So you just hug the wall from Neriak to the right. There's nothing really dangerous here. There are shadowed men in this zone, which I'm now afraid of, rightfully so. Here I was thinking I would need to pop this and this, and I didn't need either one. That's crazy. And even this guy. Wow. Well, trust me, there are dark elves that I am KOS to. That is not me just being paranoid. Alright, so let's talk about this zone, Lavastorm Mountains. It is a pretty cool zone. It's very red. There's lava, as you would expect. It's got a few zones adjacent to it. The first one is going to be Najna, which you can actually see from here. It's that big door that you see. Most things in the zone are not KOS, so you don't need to worry about them. I think the elementals are KOS, but they're all in the teens, so it's really nothing I need to worry about at level 30. Najna is a great zone. I almost went there at one level. I kind of regret not going there. It's a really cool zone. It's a lot of undead. It's weird. It's... I don't know how to describe it. It's run by a dark elf named Najna. She drops a robe and a Intcaster item. It used to have the original Journeyman's boots drop as an item. That changed to a quest during a revamp. There's a lot of opportunity to take falling damage here. Najna is a cool zone. It's got a lot of fake floors and things like that. It's scary. It's a great zone to go if you have a group. If you don't have a group, you can solo a little bit, but it's not great. Now, where I'm going is the Temple of Solusek Ro, because I want... Oh my god. That was loud. I want to do some armor quests. I also found out that there is a shield quest that I could do. However, even at level 30, I cannot do all the Cleric armor quests. I can do some of them. Oh my goodness. So, the Temple of Solusek Ro was added after the original game came out. It was not included in the original game. It's one of those things, kind of like the Hole, that came out after the original game, but before Kunark. So it was before the first expansion. Before that, so that's it right there. Before that, there were two zones that had the Solusek Ro name in it. There was Sol A, which is also known as Solusek I. That's that one right there. That is a fantastic dungeon for people between about the levels 20 and 35. If you go far enough in, it's 35, but really, most of the people that you'll see in here, I'll show it a little bit here. That's Sol B down there. I'll talk about that in a minute. Solusek I is a fantastic zone if you're between levels 20 and 30, I would say. I regret not going to it, but I'm not going to be able to get to every single zone that I want to in this walkthrough. I mean, I might be able to show every zone, but I'm not going to be able to necessarily exp in every zone and show what that's like. So, given that Kunark and Velius are now out on this server, I don't think there's going to be many groups here. It's one of those things where there's more groups here during the original game, pre-Kunark. Now, just for the sense of safety it gives me, I'm going to put up Calm. Bravery, whatever. No, Bravery is what I dropped. Sorry, that's a buff. This is one of those zones that in the original game was incredibly frightening, because if you fall down in that lava, you're kind of screwed. Cinder Goblin's Corpse. Okay, so someone is here killing stuff. This is also one of the first zones in the game to include traps. There's not a lot of them, but they do exist. I think there's one right around here. Oh, here it is. So see, I take damage. At least I took damage the first time. Maybe as a gnome, I'm kind of immune. It doesn't do a lot of damage, though. There's stuff like that. There's one that crushes you. There's also some of that in Sol B. This is... Oh, hello. Kyre? 37, interesting. So Young Goblin, all that stuff's going to be green. This is what I would call a good starter dungeon. Like, let's say you go to Mistmoor at around level 21. You're in Oasis, and you're just doing all the stuff that you did as a newbie, all the way up through about level 21. You go to Mistmoor, you have your first real kind of dungeon-y experience, and then you come here. This is fantastic prep for the later dungeons that end up getting a lot scarier. because it's one of those places where if you screw up, you can't necessarily run to the zone. It's not like Oasis where you just zone. It's not like Mistmore where you just run, you know, you zone. If you're far enough in here, you have to be really careful because you could really just get stuck and not be able to run out and zone because there are no zones nearby if you get far enough in here. I should be able to handle anything. I should probably put up some resist. There's fake walls. Oh, here we go. I forgot I'm a gnome. I can look at stuff. It just gets pretty scary and pretty kind of high stakes. That's really what the word I'm looking for, the term I'm looking for, high stakes. It starts to feel pretty high stakes. It's also one of the weirdest dungeons. I would describe it as, like with the traps and everything, it's kind of like Kazakh Thule, which I would say is the other weird dungeon in this same level range. That one goes a little bit higher. I really like this zone. It's hard to get a group here. It's also one of these zones where... Oh, Cinder Goblin Wizard. Ooh, that one's blue. I'm not messing with any wizards, though. I'm good with what I showed. This zone is scary. You can die easily. It's one of those zones where you kind of... These days, you have to come here with a group. Kind of like what I described about Nausea. The main enemy in that zone is the goblins. There are also gnomes and, like, gnome... what do you call them? Robot thingies. Oh, who is that walking around? Look like an NPC. Sir Lindiel. Interesting. There's a druid ring over there, so druids can port here. There is lava that can hurt you, but it's not really that big a deal. You just stay away from it. The biggest lava pit is the one right here, near all these zones. Soleil also has some good item drops, especially pre-Kunark. Yeah, I mean that... I can show how much damage the lava does, but let's just assume it does more than drowning. Or, I guess less than drowning. Soul B is right here. It is higher level. I would say don't go there prior to level 40. It was one of the two main high-level dungeons pre-Kunark. Don't mind if I do. Oh, hello. That boom scares me. And then we have Soul Ro Temple. Temple of Soul Ro. I actually wonder if they added this. Like, was this here with the intention of them adding it? Let's talk about why they added this. Prior to this zone existing, there were a number of quests that you could do that were class-specific. Oh. I always love seeing other players. So that's the god. That's supposed to be a caricature of him. Oh, even better right there. This zone was to provide people with quests for classes that didn't already have armor quests. So I don't know if they were added before or at the same time as the Temple of Soul Ro, but if you've ever seen a warrior dressed in light blue armor, that's their armor quest. That's the warrior armor quest. And you can do that in South Karana at the Centaur camp. If you've ever seen a ranger in kind of a light green chain armor, that's their armor quest that's in Kithicor Forest. There's a couple others, but for the most part, different classes other than those two didn't have their own quests. There was a rogue armor that drops in Kazakh Duel that's kind of like their version of that armor. It's not quested though, it's dropped. That's kind of an outlier. So they added all these armor quests in here, and it's not just armor, it's items as well. There's some weapons, but it's mostly just armor. If you've ever seen a bard in bright blue armor, that's probably from these two. The Bard Lambent armor quest is here. Oh, here's the guy I'm looking for. Okay, well before I talk to him, let's just do a little exploring. So nothing in this zone is KOS. Like, you'll see these different, like, this is a high elf. Oh no, I'm evil, I can't go there. No, they're not on the Felwith faction. They're not on the Kelethin faction. The humans aren't on any of the human city factions. The dwarf is... Like, you can be an evil cleric and do this quest with him. And this quest with her. So, the Temple of Soul Ro is its own faction. Don't get confused by the different races here. Oh, I'm so short I have to jump. There is some danger in this zone, but it's not major. Everything is neutral. I'm going to show you this one guy down here that everyone kind of associates with this zone. It's this guy. If you hail him, you lose faction, so don't hail him. I actually don't know what else he's for. But he is the same model as Oh, come on. Try to get a shot of this guy. He's the same model as the Afridi in Soul B, which drops the golden Afridi boots. It's a pretty cool model in my opinion. Probably one of the coolest in the original game. He does make a sound too, which is funny. There is the danger of lava in this zone. Like if you accidentally fall down there, you will die eventually. There might be a way up, but you gotta survive a few hits from the lava. Let me see if I can get this guy to make his sound again. There we go. He has a deep voice and he laughs. Okay, I'm not going to hail him because I'll lose faction. Losing faction, you could probably just keep hailing him until eventually he attacks you. I don't want to do that because I want to do some of these quests. Oh yeah, it's behind this hidden door. So yeah, you move that and covers it up. So this guy, I think, does the rogue quest, which is a weapon. Remember, because they don't have their armor quest here. They actually don't have an armor quest at all. So they added quests for, I could name all the classes, but just it's most classes except for intelligence casters. Intelligence casters do have some quests here. Oh, these are the Shadow Knight ones, I think. But they're typically not armor. They might have a robe and some gloves and things like that, but they don't have a full armor set the way that clerics, bards, shadow knights, I'm trying to think who else has quests here. Warriors are in South Karana. Most of the classes have a quest. Paladins. Yeah. So this is the Temple of Solusek Ro. Ooh, I like this. This is a fancy looking chair. That's a little too close to the fire if you ask me. Guess it depends how cold you are. So yeah, it's a cool zone. I like it a lot. Lots of quests. Most of them are class specific. So let's go talk to the one from my class. So my two quest NPCs are Gavel the Temperate and Blaze the Radiant. Let's talk to her first. Let's see what she has for us.
Hail, faithful one. I am Blaze the Radiant. Brother Gavel and I...
Him.
are well known among clerics for our forging skills, but special payment is required for our services. Special ingots and icons given to our members have been lost, and we will reward whoever retrieves them for us.
Oh, okay. What ingots and icon?
The ingots and icons are all named after the virtue of the cleric who held them. The virtues I require are those of the reliant, the ardent, the fervent, and the penitent.
Okay, well, let's just start at the beginning. What reliant?
Turgan the Reliant lived in a cabin in the Kithicor woods until there was a great fire. Searching the burned cabins, there may be something up.
There may turn something up. I'm sorry, it's moving so fast because of all the spellcasting.
He always loved Lake Rathe here as well. Bring me the ingot of the Reliant, the icon of the Reliant, and one enchanted platinum bar, and I will forge them into a reward for you.
Okay, so let me just spoil that and say the Reliant, that's going to be the boots. Those are absolute trash, but they are better than what I have. All right, I mean, I have what, small leather boots? Yeah, okay, so they're better, but they're trash. A lot of these quests are trash, I gotta be honest. Like, even pre-Kunark, there's a lot here that you're like, eh. Okay, let's see what the other ones are. Because there's a couple I definitely want to do, including the Bracer. Although I might not be high enough to do the Bracer. What Ardent?
Theo the Ardent was in constant war with a gnome necromancer in Befallen named
Babinsport?
But he never could defeat him. Poor Theo drowned on an expedition to Everfrost when the ice of the frozen river gave way underneath him. Bring me the ingot of the Ardent, the icon of the Ardent, and one galvanized platinum bar, and I will forge them into a reward for you.
Okay, so that is the Ardent. That would be the gauntlets. Okay, those are awful. I'm not going to do that. She's got one more, I think. Oh, two more. What fervent? And I'll just do the other one too. What penitent? Okay.
Joven the Fervent was always prone to vice. He lost his ingot in a game of King's Court with an aviac named Gull in the Ocean of Tears. After that, he became a drunkard, and it has been said he lurks around the bars in High Pass Hold. Bring me the ingot of the Fervent, the icon of the Fervent, and one vulcanized platinum...
Vulcanized? What the hell?
I will forge them into a reward for you.
Okay, and then we have Astrid the Penitent. Sorry, I can't do that voice anymore. It's hurting my throat. Often visited the frog locks of Upper Guck. She once told me her ingot was hidden underwater there. I found that strange because she couldn't swim. She was also a good friend to the Karens of Kara Ridge, where she lost her life fighting against the Erudite heretic. Is that the right spelling of that? Mogarim. Bring me the ingot of the penitent, icon of the penitent, and one magnetized platinum bar. Okay. So we've got the fervent and the penitent. Let's see what those are. Fervent are the Vambraces. Those are awful. Are they better than mine? Yeah. And what was the last one? Penitent. Grieves. Oh, those are so bad. 5 intelligence. Get out of here. Like, what? I don't know. Like, just on principle, I don't want to do that. All right, let's talk to this guy. He's a dwarf, so he'll have a gruffer voice. May the fires of Solusek Ro warm your innards. I am Gavel the Temperate. I work with the Sister Blaze to forge the most elegant finery for clerics known to man or beast. Because we have no need for material wealth here in the temple, we ask that you retrieve the ingots and the icons from the lost or fallen brothers and sisters of our order. When mixed with some enchanted, galvanized, vulcanized, or magnetized platinum into an alloy, the items I can forge are splendid indeed. Okay, what ingots and icons? The ingots and icons are all named after the... Okay, that's the same as the other lady said. What reverent? What constant? What devout? Can't remember which one's the bracer, but I really want to do that one. Regis the Reverend fell in love with a gypsy named Liana Farasa, who lived in the Rathe Mountains. Ask her what has become of him. Bring me the ingot of the Reverend, the icon of the Reverend, and 2 enchanted platinum bars, and I will forge them into a reward for you. Althurin the Constant was brutally slain by 2 aqua goblins. The one called Sludge fled to Runny Eye. The one called Dwegus lives in Dagna's Cauldron. Bring me the ingot of the Constant. Okay. Nebeltob... How can I take that name seriously? Nebeltob the Devout was once a slave in the mines of Meldreth. The Minotaur sentry there was particularly cruel to him. He was in the expedition to Everfrost when Brother Theo drowned. When trying to rescue Theo, he came upon some caves under the river. He also narrowly escaped death when a great white beast attacked him. He never saw what the beast was, but it shredded his pack where he kept his icon. Holy moly. Okay, let's see which of these are actually worth doing. So, the bracer for sure. The problem is, and the wiki has a great breakdown of all these quests, the bracer requires me to kill a level 30 mob. Wait, does it? I think it does. Regis the Reverent. Who? Okay, maybe I can do that one actually. Dang, now I'm wishing I took the pots to, I don't know, Quenos maybe? It's still pretty far. Oh, wait a second, this does require me to kill a level 30 mob. Damn it. So here's the problem. The higher level you get, the more unlikely it is that you can kill an even con mob. So me killing a level 30 mob is going to be pretty tough. But those bracers are by far the best of this set. Boots, maybe. Gauntlets, no. I mean, I might still do the Gauntlet quest just for the sake of completion and to have this in the bank or something. But, ugh. Vambraces, eh. And then the chest plate. The chest plate is okay. For sure can't do the chest plate, I just looked it up. Oh man, I can't do the Vambraces even. What can I do here? You know what? Okay. I can do the boots, and I can try the bracers. So the boots requires me to go to Kithicor Woods. Spawns in the ground in Kithicor Woods. Give the note to Lake Rathe here. Just tree stump. Okay. Let's travel to Kithicor Woods so that we can start doing the boots quest. Alright, I couldn't help myself. I got too excited. I was running through East Commons and I saw someone selling this Ring of the Stone Chanters and Rock Chanters. 4 armor class 3 strength, 3 stamina 3 wisdom, 4 armor class 3 strength 3 wisdom versus my rings, which are each just 2 wisdom. I couldn't help it. 70 plat. I didn't have 70 plat, but then I went and sold a bunch of stuff at the merchant in North Freeport, and look what I got for that tunic I got from the giant in Warslicks. I got 64 plat for that giant Formus tunic. So I was like, done. I can do it. Let's see where this person is. Gold Fronts is his name. He said Tunnel End. Gold Fronts, Gold Fronts. Oh, there he is. Okay. Here we go. Okay, let's give him his 70 plat. I don't know if that's a good deal or not. It doesn't seem like a bad deal. I mean, and it helps me out. Because not only does it give me one more wisdom on each ring, so 2 wisdom total, but it's giving me some much needed strength and stamina. Always make sure, it's good that it tells you down there. Ring of the Stone Chanters. Wait. Didn't he say, isn't it Ring of the Stone Chanters, Ring of the Rock Chanters? Hold on. He gave me 2 of the same one. I want 1 of each. See, this is the kind of thing you gotta be careful when you're trading with these people. I'm not saying this guy's trying to screw me. He probably just grabbed the wrong one by accident because they both look the same. Now he's trying to give me 2 of the other one. What's going on here? 1 Stone Chanters and 1 Rock Chanters. He was advertising selling them each. I want 1 of each, damn it. Okay, there's 1 Stone Chanters. Come on. Give me the Rock Chanter. I want the stone and the rock. There we go. Alright. And let's put him on here. Let's see. My mana's not going to increase noticeably, but my strength and stamina. So let's see my hit points. We'll go from 716 to 720. Hey now, 4 more hit points. And I can sell these. That'll be great. Okay. Be back when I'm in Kithicor. Thankfully, it is daytime. Okay, we're in the entrance of Kithicor, and I've got some bad news. I kind of regret buying those rings now, because I just found out, as I was looking some stuff up, that the cost of those enchanted platinum bars, and then on top of that, the cost of getting them enchanted, is about 200 plat combined. So, the bar itself, 100, and apparently players are wanting 100 just to enchant them. Ugh! I just spent 100 on those rings. So that's a bummer. But for now, let me just get this stuff and I'll worry about paying for it later. So I'm looking for 1,700, 1,100. That one will be the closest, I think. I tried to find them on the map before I even ran here, so that I could know generally where to go. They both seemed like they're kind of in the middle of the zone. One was on a tree stump, I guess not that one. $1,700, $1,100. Okay, so I'm way past the 1,100 part. And now I'm going the wrong way on the other one. So, see, this is what I hate about locks. Nope, I'm going the wrong way. Okay, I'm at these 3 huts here with ranger NPCs, and apparently the thing that I need is just east there, so I gave up on trying to use locks. I'm sorry, I still don't get it. It just doesn't compute with my brain. It should be just east of here. As long as I generally know which direction to go, I'm fine, because I have good sense heading. It should be an abandoned, or like a burned down. Yeah, it should be burned down, because the guy said died in a fire. See, they give you these nice little clues. So the ranger quest, by the way, is in this zone. Wait a minute, why am I seeing this? This doesn't look like a... There's no one in here. There's nothing on the ground. The ranger quest armor is in this zone. I think it's given by Kithicor himself, who I ran into when I did the Shralok backpack. Well, my foolproof strategy of just trying to use the sense heading is not working. I do have Invis vs. Undead up just in case it gets a little late here. But as of now, I still have plenty of time. Aha! I think I found it. I think it's right here. Okay, let's see if there's anything inside of here. Yep, I see a bag. And what is it? Turgon's Note. Let's open it up. I have failed. Try as I might, I had not the power to revive my brothers caught in this horrible fire. I have left the ingot of the Reliant hidden on one of the stumps in a ring here in Kithicor. One can jump... What is it? One can jump from a fallen log in the middle of the ring to get to it with little effort. I will now take leave of this place and try to put the travesty out of my mind. Perhaps the shores of Lake Rathe will help ease my pain, but I fear even that tranquility will afford me no peace. Well, not with that attitude, buddy. Okay, so now I gotta find a stump that you can jump to from a tree. And that one is gonna be the lock of... Ooh, hello. Minus 90, 3,300. Okay, she's indifferent. Minus 90, 3,300. And just for the heck of it, let's see where I am. I'm at 5, 17, 25. And one of them is going the right way, the other one's going the wrong way. That one's really going the wrong way. Wait, 3,300. Yeah, so it should be this way then. Hey, there's Kithicor. Pretty sure he's the one that gives you the Ranger Armor quest. Minus 90, I'm way past that. But I'm going the right way for the other lock. And now I think I'm going the right way for both. Hey, maybe I'm finally getting the hang of this. Oh, there's an undead. Okay, I can't be too far. It's gotta be that right there. I bet it's that. Yeah, it seems right. Okay. It seems like this is the one that if I run up on this... Is that it? Do I see it there? Yes, that is it. Okay. Ah, oh, didn't quite make it. Let's try again.
Oh, gosh, darn it. I jumped too late that time.
Ah, third time's a charm. Alright, what did I get? Ingot of the Reliant. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Thank Ingot. Good job hiding it there. No one would ever find it. Okay. Back to the quest. Okay, well, I don't know what kind of serendipitous luck this is, but I was on my way running from Kithicor to Lake Rathe to turn in the Turgon's Note, when I decided, oh, what the hell, I'm in North Karana. Let me just go see if this Regis the Reverend character is up. And I looked it up, and he's blue to me, but his placeholder is even. That's the one that's level 30 that I was worried about. So I was kind of confused. I was like, well, don't know if I can kill that guy, but let me just swing by where he spawns and see what's up. And Zahal the Vile, who's his placeholder, isn't up, but the dude himself is up. So what the hell, why not? Let's hit him with some Dismiss Undeads, maybe some Expulse Undeads, maybe even some Spook the Deads. I don't know if he's a caster or not. Let's spook him. Yep, he resisted. Ooh, he's got the loot. That's the loot that I need. This is perfect. There we go. Ooh, he's fast. So it's possible, once again, I don't have the money for the thing that I need. The enchanted bars and all that. Although some of them I think I can enchant myself, or at least one of the different types of enchantment that I need. Oh, come on. I don't know which one it is, though. I know that as a gnome, someone left a comment on my last video telling me that I can do some sort of enchantment as a gnome Bertoxilus. Well, as a Bertoxilus cleric. Not necessarily a gnome, because humans can be Bertoxilus too. So yeah, this guy, it looks like I'll be able to kill him. He seems to be going down alright. He's kind of tough. If this is my experience, what's this? Rabies? And he's running. Wow, undead don't normally run. If this is my experience with the level 26 or whatever, I don't think I could have done the level 30. Too bad I don't have counteract disease to get rid of that rabies. But cure disease should be enough. Okay, there's the flute that I need. Man, I'm getting really lucky. I killed some bandits too, that's why I have that bandit sash. Gonna need those someday. Wow, that is really good luck. Alright, we'll see you in Lake Rathe. That's for the bracer. That thing I just did there is for the bracer. The stuff I'm going to Lake Rathe for is for the boots. This is going to get confusing. That's why I'm going to split these up. I can't even do all the quests at my level anyway, but I will eventually finish them off later. But for now, Lake Rathe for the boots. Okay, well this should be short and sweet. That is the South Karana zone line, and apparently it is the closest little inlet in Lake Rathe. And one thing I also realized is that while I'm in Lake Rathe / this area in general, I can just go to Rathe Mountains and hand in Liana's flute and get that part of the quest. Then I'll be really close to getting the bracers, other than what I already talked about. Materials that I can't afford, which bums me out so much. Okay. I'm looking for Turgon. Are you Turgon? No. Hey, wow, look at that. Turgon? Ah, here he is. Okay. Should be this. Ha ha! I am that Turgon, but I am no longer worth of this title. Probably meant to be worthy. Take this in hopes that you become a better steward than I was. Well, I'll do what I can. Thank you. Alright, next up, Rathe Mountains. Hand in that flute. Okay, back in Rathe Mountains here, where I recorded one of my least viewed videos. So I'm pretty sure this zone is cursed, so I'll try to get out of here quickly. Liana should be one of these merchants / whatever they're called over here. That's Cynthia, Tarek. Should be one of these gypsies. Liana. Are you Liana? Liana! I've been looking for you. Okay. So I think I just hand her this flute. Yes! Alright. I now have the materials needed, other than what I have to buy and get enchanted, to turn in the boots and the bracers. Now I just need to figure out a way to make some money. I will come back when I figure out how to do that. Alright, it took me a long time, but I got 317 platinum. I realize now that I need 2 platinum bars for the bracer. I'm in North Freeport. I can't tell. This is the, what's this place called? Does not have a name. Ah, thought it might have a name. But it doesn't. It's the blue building near the bank. It's got Zig Flynn in it. Upstairs is Amber. So, I also got a charisma buff, Adorning Grace, 105 charisma. She is indifferent. 317 plat. Platinum bar, I need 3 total. Oh, that's painful. And now I have 15 plat. Now, if I can get these enchanted, I can do what I need to do. I can turn in the quest items and be done with this. Get the boots and the bracer. However, I've been reading online, apparently, people who do the enchantments, which are enchanters, they typically charge 100 plat. So, unless I can find... I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if it's 100 plat for each enchanted bar. Does that mean I need 300 more plat because I have 3 platinum bars? I don't know. Is it 100 plat to cast it 3 times? I just don't know. As far as I know, it's basically just a spell that they cast, kind of like a wizard porting or a shaman sewing or something like that. More mana than that, but... So we'll see what I can do here, but I got a couple more things that I can try to sell. I've been killing in Rathe Mountains. Just each of those skeletons gave me like 1.5 to 2.5 plat. And then I was also selling a bunch of grizzly bear skins, which drop in the Rathe Mountains. They're for some sort of tailored item. I don't know. I was selling them for 20 plat each, and that helped. So let's see what I can do. I'll be back. Okay, good news. This person named Sue Metal, who's actually the same person who gave me the Adorning Grace charisma buff, has agreed to enchant all 3. She said she normally does them 10 plat per, so not the 100 plat that I was seeing on the wiki. She says 10 plat per, but if someone is doing a bunch of them, she'll do them for 5 per. I told her I have 3 and I have 15 plat. But wow, she was really friendly, and she said, you know what, screw it, I'll do it for free. And I said, are you sure? And she said, yes, this is her casting the spell right now. She's really nice. I think she's level 60. She has some really high-end gear. Like, Mischievous Dazzler Robe. Pfft, sounds like playing a Mischief. So, the way that she explained it to me was she can't just hold all 3 and cast the spell. She has to do them one at a time. That's... Oh, sweet. Well, that is very kind of her. She has been very friendly, and now I cannot wait to go turn in those items. Woohoo! I'm gonna get my items. Alright, man, that Sue Metal person, she was really kind. I put her on my friends list. Sometimes you just meet really kind, helpful people in this game. That's one of the best aspects of, like, the social part of this game. And sometimes you meet jerks, too, but that's always who I tried to be, too. Like, on whatever character it was, you know, Druid, Enchanter, Cleric, I always try to be kind. Like, as a Druid, I would port people if they didn't have any money. Unless I was, like, really saving for something specific, then I'd prioritize the ports where people did have money. Anyway, here we are. Alright, so I organized my bag by, on the left side, by the name. So this is the Reliant, that's the plant Enchanted Platinum. This is the Reverent, and 2 Enchanted Platinum. So I'm just going to double check what the wiki says. Boots of the Reliant, Blaze the Radiant. That's her, right? Yep. And then I need the Enchanted Platinum bar, the Icon of the Reliant, the Ingot of the Reliant. So that's Enchanted Platinum bar. Move this over here. Ingot of the Reliant, Icon of the Reliant. Ah, there we go. And so these will be replacing these small leather boots with Boots of the Reliant. 11 armor class, 6 Saber's disease. Well, hey, at least they look better, right? Let's do a little fashion quest here. Okay. So those now look like that. Ooh! I could do some damage if I kick someone's shin. Alright. So we'll put those there. And now the other one is with the dwarf. Did I get any faction for that? I did. Temple of Solusek Ro got better. Shadowed Men got worse. Well, I'm okay with that. Screw the Shadowed Men. I got killed by a few of those last video. Okay, and was that good XP? I can't even tell. What do these people con to me now? Still indifferent? Yeah. Alright. For this one, the wiki says I need 2 times Enchanted Platinum bar. So you never want to stack these. Remember that. Don't stack them or else they'll eat them. And then you've got Ingot of the Reverend, Icon of the Reverend. I've got Ingot of the Reverend, Icon of the Reverend. Oh, yes. Now this one is actually not crap. 9 armor class, 5 wisdom. Thank you. I need all the wisdom I can get. Look at me. Well, it's gotten better, especially with these rings. I forgot to mention when I got these rings, I just said they were a 1 wisdom upgrade. They're also 4 armor class each, so that's pretty huge. 8 across them. So I do already have small bronze bracers here. I want to put those here, and I'm going to replace the small leather wristband. And so, let's see what I look like. I want to see what the bronze looks like first. So the bronze looks like that. And now switching, I kind of like the way the bronze looks better. I just like that color, but these look cool. It's funny on a gnome, these things all look so small. It's like, can you even see it? Oh, that feels good. All right, so I do want to do the rest of these quests, but for now, there's a shield I want to do too that's involved in this. I think one of them gave me the shield quest, or it might be someone else in this zone. I don't remember. I want to do the shield as well. But for now, at level 30, I'm just going to focus on getting the rest of my level. Some of these quests I legitimately cannot do yet because the mobs I need to kill are too high level. So those will have to wait. Level 30, I'm going to go find somewhere to level. See ya when I'm about to ding. We're back, and we're darn close to leveling here. I think I'm 1 kill away. I could be wrong. Before I do that level, though, I got to med a little bit. Couple quick items to go over. So first of all, I finished camping out those Shralok packs that I've been talking about. I just decided to go there and camp a bunch of them. If you want to see footage of me, I know I neglected to do footage of me killing that level 13 orc. If you've always wanted to see how that looks, here you go. that orc is a pretty easy camp. You just got to know where he spawns, and there are a couple places he can spawn instead of there, but it's pretty easy camp. So another thing I did was I had some money left over, and I have some now too. I went and I bought a couple items. For one thing, I bought this bracer, which is from Runny Eye, the upgraded Runny Eye, revamped, whatever you want to call it. Now, this is only one more armor class than that small bronze bracer I had, but it's a lot lighter, so that was a good upgrade. I also bought this, which was dirt cheap. I want to say between these two items, I think I spent like 25 plat. It was insane. It's insane how inexpensive stuff is on this server. I guess because it's 3 years old now. 8 armor class, 5 stamina. That's a huge upgrade over my old small leather belt, which I think I sold already. Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's a small leather belt. Kind of sucks. This is way better. Now, the guy I bought it from, he threw this in the trade just for the heck of it. It is a globe of ever-burning flame. I would have... In fact, let's find out right now. I thought that this would have been a light source. Is it? It is. Okay, cool. It's the same as my... Well, then I guess I don't need that in my... I don't need that in my inventory slot anymore. Oh, I hate the way that looks with that bag on the left hand. So, yeah. All it is just a range item that has +2 Savorous Cold. Kind of sucks. But you know what? My range slot was empty, so it's an upgrade over nothing. Man, I can't believe... Okay, so that's actually double good, because then I can replace that. Or I could just turn it in for XP. Next, we gotta talk about this poll I did. I am a little shocked that you all did this. I don't know if you're trying to do me some favors, or you're trying to see me suffer, but the people have spoken, and as of the day that I'm recording this, people are saying they want evocation. They want me to be a battle cleric. Now, there were some very passionate... Maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. There were some people that were pretty opinionated about how I should do alteration. I get it, and I will do alteration eventually. I'm just going to do this for now, okay? I am going to do the quest where I can switch alteration. Totally planned, but for maybe like between now and level 40, 42, something like that, I'll do evocation. And you know what? If you're bummed out about me potentially being in a group and not having specialization and alteration, I can at least get it to 50, right? I mean, that's better than nothing. And I do have footage here of me getting the evocation past 50, which makes it my specialization if you don't know how that works. And lastly, before I get this level, I am back in the Mountains of Rathe, except this time I moved to the area where the hill giants are, which is super dangerous, I gotta say. First of all, there's a named mob called Blackwing. It looks like one of these guys. It is KOS and red to me. I think it's level 35, but I also think it's a Shadow Knight and their harm touches. It's pretty darn dangerous. Those basilisks don't attack me. One of the things that's been frustrating about this is that, so a lot of people are here for hill giants, and they tend to be killed pretty quickly. I mean, how many people are here? Yeah, I mean, a lot of these people are in this area with the hill giants. Yeah. So people are killing these skeletons, I guess because they assume that they're placeholders for hill giants. They're not getting any XP off the hill or off the skeletons. They're just killing them to try and get more hill giants to spawn, which sucks for me because I'm over here trying to find these giant skeletons. So it's still good XP. It's good money. I'm still getting about 2 to 2.5 plat per kill. I just have to be really careful because when I'm running around like this trying to find a skeleton, a hill giant can just spawn on top of me. There's also cyclopses and that other one I told you about, the Blackwing. But other than that, I actually do think that this area is better than the one by the Lake Rathe zone line. The only caveat I will give you is you have to have Spirit of Wolf if you're over here. It is just way too dangerous without it. I haven't killed any of those drakes. I've been curious about them. Yeah, you have to have Spirit of Wolf or else you're done. You accidentally aggro a hill giant, or someone fighting a hill giant dies. That happened to me earlier. Someone was fighting a hill giant, they died, and the damn thing aggroed me. I had to run away. There's just so many ways that you can get attacked by something red at this level. And I think that these giant skeletons are the same level as they are by the Lake Rathe zone. So this should be it, eh? No, it's not. Okay, we'll come back in a minute when I'm actually about to ding. I guess I got one more kill in me. Alright, screw it. I can't find any of these skeletons up. I don't know why. Normally I can, but let's try one of these drakes. Why not? So I'm seeing more of these basilisks up than normal. Maybe that's why. Okay, so one of the things that I want to talk about real quick is in this zone there are these bears. They're just called grizzly bears, I think. They look just like the bears that you'll find in West Commons and all that. And they drop this. Grizzly bear skin. Now you might think, okay, so how's that different than the grizzly bear skin you can get in other zones? Man, come on. Hit him. Apparently, the ones specifically from this zone are used in some sort of quest or some sort of tailoring recipe for shamans. I don't know. I just know that I've sold a bunch of them to druids and shamans. I've been selling them for 20 plat a pop. They're not super common, but there are grizzly bears throughout the zone, and usually when I'm just waiting for skeletons to spawn, I've been killing them, so... I feel like I'm getting hit by more than one thing here. Okay. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you're here, you can make some decent money. And I'm still not dinging. What the heck? Oh, what's this? Oh, wow. I'm going to look into whatever that is. Oh, I need to heal myself. Alright. Hopefully I can find another skeleton and finally ding. I thought I was ready, but clearly I'm not. Yeah, it's decent money. 2 plat, 14 gold. I'll take it. Still can't find one, so let's do another Drake here. Just wrath it to death. So another thing I wanted to quickly talk about was, this was my first hell level on Janes. Level 30, right? It's not as bad as the later ones, but what were my thoughts on this hell level? It didn't seem that much worse than a normal level. So if you don't know the concept of a hell level, it takes a lot more experience to get... I mean, maybe we're seeing that on display right now, but I keep thinking I'm done and I'm not. I purposely start recording before I'm at the end of a level because I don't want to miss the ding by accident. Because I would hate that. I want to document every single ding I get on this character during this walkthrough. So, like level 30, let's just say it takes the amount of experience to ding level 31 that you would get, that it would take from level 28 and 29 combined. Something like that. It might not work out exactly that way. It might actually be worse than that. I don't know. But it's level 30, 35, 40, 45... 51, and then it's a little hazy from that. I think it's 54 and 59 after that. I could be wrong on this one's in the 50s. I can't really remember. I'm not close to that, so I'm not worried about it yet. But 30 was a little bit tougher. It took a little bit longer. I soloed the whole time, so I can't really speak to it from a group experience. I have been using my necklace a lot, by the way. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. 35 will be worse, for sure. In fact, I think all the ones that are like 5s are actually worse. Come on. Come on, hit him! He's not even... Oh, thank God. I looked up this quest, by the way. This is an interesting quest. Oh, and I used my last soap potion. Well, I have more. Thank you to the troll shaman that gave me those. Is this the same thing? Yeah. So this can either be used for a cleric quest in Payneal, which I can't do because I'm not a human or an erudite, or the shaman armor quest for the cloak. Totemic scale cloak. So I might do that and just sell the cloak. I don't know. We'll see what the rest of the quest entails. That's actually nearby too, that you do the turn in. It's in Lake Rathe. I think I passed it on my way here. So let's quickly find out what my new buffs get me. And talk about one last thing about the hell levels. 31. So every level after a hell level, you lose more experience when you die. So the amount of XP that you normally lose when you die, it's more than that. The level after a hell level. Just to like really dig it in that like... I don't know, this game just punishes you. And that's part of why we're all here. Okay, so my new AC is 630 and my new hit points are 748. Alright, I'm getting closer to 1,000, but not really. Speaking of 1,000, 2 last things to talk about here. Let's get a little close-up of Jane's. Whoa. Yeah, that's pretty close. So, I am closing in on 1,000 subscribers, which is very exciting. I want to do something special when I hit 1,000 subscribers, but I don't know what yet. I have a couple ideas. I might do another poll. If you have any ideas, put them in the comments, because I'm curious to see. Now, for myself, I think I'm going to treat myself to something when I hit 1,000 subscribers, and that might be a new microphone. The microphone I have right now is not bad. It's a Yeti. It's a Blue Yeti. If you know what that is. If you Google Blue Yeti, you'll see it. It's alright. I think I could do a little better. Like, you know, you start getting into that... Because once you get 1,000 subscribers, you're a serious YouTuber. And if I'm a serious YouTuber, I need a serious microphone. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. So I do have a couple video ideas, but I'll wait and put that on a poll. I'm still like 150, 140 away, so it'll take a little bit. Lastly, I had a goal. My New Year's resolution for 2022 was to do at least 1 video every month, and I have officially succeeded that goal. That is not an ambitious goal whatsoever, but it does take me a long time. I'm trying to get better at uploading content. But I'm glad that I accomplished that goal. I would like to do more. I do have some exciting video ideas for 2023, so stay tuned. I shall return as a level 31 battle cleric, officially a battle cleric because I'm specializing in evocation, and I have cool armor class only items like this wrist, and I have a fancy new bracer, which I might do another quest of that. What was the other thing I got? The boots? Yeah, it's not as helpful, but okay. See ya in 2023.